No, 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 no,
Wow.
no,
Something amazing just happened.
not fair.
Shane is on his computer
No,
and he just told me
no,
that can you please stop? That he would buy me $50 worth of snacks of my choosing if I could guess
no.
the number one most popular artist on sleep playlists on Spotify. Like Spotify put out a thing that was like, based on all these sleep playlists, this is the person that people, I guess in the US probably, maybe in the world, I don't know, the demographics, but this is the person that people most often listen to fall asleep.
She cheated.
I didn't cheat. Okay, so I'm thinking, he gave me 3 guesses. My first guess was...
You should have said that I've done this all through our...
Shane loves to do this, to have me guess things. I'm pretty good at it. But my first guess was Taylor Swift, just because I was thinking, like, you know, who has a ton of people listening? I don't know, but like, you know, some softer songs. But I was like, that doesn't feel right, and it was incorrect. I was like, okay, I was just getting that one out of the way. My next guess was Ed Sheeran, because that is who I would listen to fall asleep. I was like, when I think of, you know, a person singing to fall asleep, it's Ed Sheeran.
No.
I was right. I got it right. Shane was so upset. You should have seen his face, but I got it right, and now he has to buy me my snacks.
What snacks do you want?
I haven't decided yet. I'm going to think about it for a couple days.
There's a sale on, let's see here, Fruit Thins. Do you want those?
Fruit Thins?
Purchase.
No, no, thank you. That's not what I want. No, thank you. I'll let you know.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
To talk
about
our lives. Thank you to Storyworth for sponsoring this video.
Storyworth is an online service that helps your mom, grandmother, mother-in-law, or really any important figure in your life share stories through thought-provoking questions about their memories and personal thoughts. It's a fun new way to engage with them, especially if you can't be together in person.
Giving Storyworth to my mom has been a wonderful way for me to feel close to her, even though we live 1,000 miles apart. So you order Storyworth for a loved one, and then every week, Storyworth sends them a different, interesting prompt. Questions that you may have never thought to ask them. So let's say you get Storyworth for your mom because it makes a really thoughtful Mother's Day gift. Storyworth might ask them, what is the most important piece of advice that your mother ever gave you? Or what is a skill that you wish you had if you could have any skill?
Then you receive their weekly stories, and after 1 year, Storyworth will compile all of their stories, including photographs that they've submitted, into a beautiful keepsake book that is shipped to you for free.
Give your mom or any loved one the most meaningful gift this Mother's Day with Storyworth. Get started right away without the need for shipping, plus get $10 off by going to storyworth.com/Squirmy and Grubs. As always, we'll put that info below. Thank you, everyone.
As you all know, Chloe is a very big girl, but she has taken to laying all over. She's like a little seal. She tucks her little legs in. She can only fit like a third of her body on my lap, but she loves it. Oh, she hates the camera though. I'm sorry. Did I disturb you?
It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's warm. And we're inside because the neighbor decided to mow his lawn like 14 times this morning.
It might have been more than one neighbor. We're not sure.
I think the same guy mowed it and then looked at it and said, I'm going to do it again.
A little shorter.
Then he went in for a drink and we began to film out there. And then he came back out and said, I'm going to mow my lawn for a third time today. I think he's just going in circles. Anyway, I have a little story for all of you that I want to share because this video has been mostly Hannah, and
you're feeling a little left out.
We need to make sure that the screen time is equal for both of us. I had a dream.
I feel like you often share your dreams. I
do
almost
because
never do.
Well, you have like regular dreams.
I have bizarre dreams.
But they're not horrific.
Yeah, and they're not like fun. You know, like that. And mine are like so bizarre that it's not really like no one would really care.
Yeah, you're like
yours are realistic.
There was a balloon and then a flamingo.
Yeah.
And mine are like I descended into the depths of hell. And then but listen to this one. This one is gonna trick you.
This is amazing.
I was invited by a famous comedian to join him on stage for a stand-up comedy show at a local bar. And I was very, very excited, very, very nervous. I looked up to this person, and I did not believe that they thought I was funny enough to join them on stage. I'd never done stand-up comedy, but I accepted. And so the night of the event arrived, and I made my way to the bar, very nervous. And I get on stage with the comedian, and the comedian was promoting a new book. Oh, you're switching hands?
Yeah, I'm tired.
That's fine.
Okay, why did you point it out? I made it extremely steady. Just keep talking.
And so we hadn't really planned out what would happen, but we begin, and the bar is attentive. They were there for the show. And the comedian says, I have a special guest with me today, and I'd like to introduce you to Shane. He's a funny, funny guy. You're really going to enjoy him. In my state of anxiety over performing my first stand-up special, I launch into a cry for help about how I feel like a burden to other people, specifically my own parents. I went into this like deep backstory about how I feel like a burden to my parents and how I acted out to test their love for me. Because as I explained to the audience, it felt better to know that they were giving up on me because of something that I had done, like because I misbehaved, than it was to accept that they just didn't want to help me. This is all fake.
Horrifying.
Like, this isn't based in reality.
That didn't happen.
No, my parents were lovely. But I am telling this to the audience. There is no shred of humor in my speech. And I look out and see that the audience is all sobbing. They're crying. I wrap up and hand it back to the comedian who ends the show. Is like, well, we're not going to do comedy after that. That's the end of that. And the best part, a fan, sobbing, comes up to the stage now that the show is ruined and over, and she puts her forehead on me and says, I hope you don't die.
What sort of a dream is that?
And then I woke up full of energy for the day.
Oh my God.
So I clearly have some unresolved issues that I need to work through.
A lot of issues.
My dreams are knocking on my forehead, telling me to dig deeper.
Oh, wow. Wow, but that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I didn't make you cry.